That's what I was doing. And it got me thinking, what are your guys' biggest gaming achievements? Not as in the achievements as in like Xbox achievements, but just in general. Like the biggest feat you've accomplished.
Holding the world record in House of Caravan for a while.
That was like a week, right?
Well, I mean, it was a constant back and forth, but yeah.
He held it
Plus,
briefly.
that's a game no one cares about.
No one cares
Wow.
about a fucking platinum trophy in Assassin's Creed either, but you're
Hey, I
still
didn't say
proud
that
of
was
it.
my biggest achievement.
Okay, what's your
What is
biggest
it then?
gamer achievement?
What's that Call of Duty airplane level? There's a really like doing that
Mile
on
High
veteran.
Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that.
God, that's
That was
so
pretty-
fucking pathetic. You just beat that,
How's
and
that pathetic?
that's your biggest accomplishment is
that's not
beating
hard
that.
at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was super hard.
No, it
all right, maybe
wasn't.
it's not. All right. How about beating Spyro, the original Spyro trilogy, 100%? How about that? Huh, Andrew? Is that good enough for you? A game made for children?
now-
Be 100%ing it?
Are you sure you said 100%? Because that's everything in the game, Jackson. That's unfathomable. I mean,
That's incredible.
Well, all three games, really.
all three. That's almost like 300%. Holy shit!
Actually, the first game goes to 120%.
Oh my god!
I can't even comprehend the math.
I can't fucking believe it.
That's how complete it was. What an
Wow.
achievement.
That is big. Yeah, that is huge.
What about you, Andrew? Let me guess. It's either Magic the Gathering orientated or Guitar Hero, I would assume.
I do have one for each of those actually.
Well, just one. Just choose one.
Okay. I mean, I guess beating Through the Fire and the Flames on Expert on Guitar Hero is a pretty good achievement.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty. I feel like that's the milestone when you're finally actually pretty good at the game, when you can get through
What-
that song on Expert.
What does the Council of Gamers here say? Is that good enough, Charlie?
It's
Kaya?
definitely not easy.
Have you done it?
When I played, I think so. I don't recall.
Does anyone remember those old the motorcycle games Trials? I think. Not
Yeah,
Fusion, the one
Trials and
before
Trials,
that.
Trials HD, Trials Evolution. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Evolution. There was I beat all of the levels and got gold on all of them. And that was hard.
That is a pretty hard game, actually. So let's bounce off of the idea of achievements, Jackson, because I think the only game ever that I 100%ed was like all the Batman Arkham games.
Those are good.
And yeah, they also had like fun ways to 100% them. And I remember after it was done, I feel like I 100%ed it only just because I like the game so much and I wanted an excuse to replay all of them. But it got me thinking because they were also the last games where I just even went for achievements, got, however many years those came out ago. Do people still care about achievements overall?
I don't think so. I
Yeah.
know, like Ray's still huge into achievements.
Yeah,
but
there's
overall,
definite people still chasing for the top spot or doing it as like a hobby or just an idle thing, but I feel like the general populace hype over achievements is just completely dead. Like no one cares about them anymore.
Wait, people cared about achievements at any point?
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
back in,
when-
yeah, Gamerscore was huge on the 360. I remember when I broke 100 gig
obsessed over
Gamerscore.
it. Jackson.
I mean, I'm obsessing over it now. I was born too late. I missed the moment in history where my skills would have actually been useful. That's a fucking shame.
But yeah, I mean that was the fucking trend. Like the current trend now is like streaming and sharing clips and your memes and shit, but back during that era, the number one trend was how much gamer score you had and what achievements you got, and people like getting a certain game and going, "Oh, there's the achievement for doing that really arduous, hard thing. Do you have it? I have it. Haha." You know what I mean? That was the thing.
Come on, there's something satisfying about seeing the achievement pop and like
There was.
there's a little
Yeah,
virtual
absolutely.
trophy there to signify that you've done something in the game. I don't know. It's like a little medal. It's like people who go to a war and stuff get their little achievement medals.
Yes,
Yeah,
that is the
achievement
perfect
medals.
analogy.
war.
That's
And I
just
get
what I
mine.
was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be buried with my achievements.
Print out a little spreadsheet of all the achievements I ever made and put it in my grave with me.
Instead of a military cemetery, it's a gamer cemetery. Only all the highest scoring gamer scores get in.
Oh, that'd
Do you
be
think
cool.
they bury you with your gamer handle rather than your real name?
Oh, that would be
Zelda on
cool.
Oh,
PC
God.
rests here.
Instead of your
I thought.
birth year and
Go on.
death year, they just write how many years you played each game.
That'd be a pretty big tombstone. I
Yeah.
don't think I want to read that.
There's no tomb stuff big enough for my grave then.
Imagine the stone needed. But that reminded me. Do you guys fucking remember talking about like gamer score being important back in the old Xbox 360 days? Do you remember the little fucking signifiers they gave each profile? Like you could choose which community you belong to, like the
yeah.
Underground and the Rebels or whatever.
There was four of
remember that.
them. There was Underground and then a casual zone and then two others that no one used.
Yeah, what did it do?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
It helped you find friends, I imagine, but I don't really know what you're talking about. I don't remember that.
Was it like star signs?
You don't remember it?
No, I don't remember that.
It was underneath like everyone's gamer tag or whatever on their little profile. It would say like belongs to the Underground clan or whatever. Or group.
It was part of
Community.
your profile where you could set like your age, your sex, like your type of games that you play and all this shit. And it would show up whenever you looked at someone's profile over Xbox Live, and it was like the last thing, and it said either Underground or I think like Pro, and then one or two others.
Pro was one of them.
Yeah, and it did absolutely nothing as far as I know.
I vaguely remember that, but not enough to like weigh in.
I remember always
though.
setting. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I just remember how big achievements were, man. Like for Gears of War in particular, I spent like 3 years going for the Seriously achievement, which I think was 10,000 kills in a ranked game mode. That was big for a while.
Wait, you spent like 3 years actually trying to go for it? Like that's what the goal was?
Yeah, passively. I wasn't spending like, what you did, 12 hours a day going for it or anything.
I did not do that. I don't know why you're claiming I did that. I never did that. I played in 2-hour increments pretty much.
Okay, yeah.
Over a span of 6 months maybe, whereas you apparently went for 3 years trying to get an achievement you apparently didn't even get. Did you unlock that achievement?
I did not, no.
That's even sadder then.
It was hard.
Well, Jackson, looking back now, do you even care that you 100%ed Assassin's Creed?
Oh, fuck yeah. Are you kidding me? You can't shut me up about it.
All right.
Do modern games even launch with achievements anymore?
Jesus, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
of course
yeah.
they do.
They do. I thought that some games just didn't even bother.
I wouldn't mind them if they
Maybe
didn't.
maybe not AAA games. Like yeah, obviously, but
No,
like,
every single game on the Xbox has to legally release with achievements.
or else they get sued like legally.
Well, no, they just don't let them release on the platform.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Because I figured maybe even indie games by this point, for the most part, wouldn't give a shit. Well, actually, Steam has achievements too, don't they?
No, okay, so
Yeah.
nobody in the world gives a fuck about Steam
Ever.
achievements.
Ever cared about Steam
Yeah.
achievements?
I don't even
Nobody
know
has
why they do
ever.
it.
Because
Wow.
they saw the praise Xbox was getting for achievements and decided
Yeah.
to jump on that.
I guess it's a thing of like, well, why not? You may as well have the achievements if it doesn't change anything.
I mean,
or
it doesn't
matter.
hurt. It doesn't
Yeah,
hurt
exactly.
having them there at
Yeah.
all. There's no negative.
You could have it for the like 10 people who care about it, and then everyone else can just ignore it. So
I think there's still an active community of achievement hunters.
I mean, there's an active community of literally anything in the world.
Yeah, including shit eaters.
Yeah, there's a fucking ton for everything.
There may be some overlap there. We'll have to investigate.
I mean, if you spend 3 years trying to achieve like 10,000 kills, you're practically eating shit.
That's Charlie, not me. I would never do that.
Charlie's
It would-
still going for that achievement right now as we speak.
No, I think I'm gonna give up on that achievement. To be honest, boys.
Actually, that's a good idea. You should go back and try to get that achievement. Stream it.
think
there's enough
that'd be cute.
playing the game anymore.
Oh, if you tweeted out, "Hey, I'm playing Gears of War online. Everyone hop on." I guarantee you'd find people.
Yeah, you could just boost your way there.
Well, I'd have to get the 360 working, and I'm not doing that.
Oh, how difficult.
It is difficult. It's a primitive piece of
Almost
technology.
an achievement of itself.
Now, normally I'd
Xbox 360 to work.
Normally, I'd agree with you, Jackson. Oh, who cares? Getting a 360 to work. But those things were fucking notorious for breaking. So After all
in
these
the
years.
first like 6 months, the red rings, yeah.
And even beyond that, they would still fuck up and not turn on. I had 2 different ones break on me the entire time I had it. Those things were...
What do you guys think like the biggest blunder has been between like Sony and Microsoft with their consoles?
Microsoft forgetting that they should make games.
That's a good one. I'd say the PlayStation Vita in general.
Oh, I forgot about that piece of shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
PlayStation Vita actually had good games.
No, it was
good.
cool
It
and
was
it,
powerful.
and it worked well, and it was able to pretty much perfectly even run PS3 games, but it just, I don't know, flopped. They didn't do a lot with it, and it wasn't very compelling to buy over a Nintendo handheld.
I was going to say Sony releasing the PlayStation 3 at like $600 or however much. they released it at.
$599 exact quote.
Ridiculous. Whereas the Xbox 360, which
Sony-
released like 6 months earlier,
Sony-
was like $400.
Yeah.
So for me, it's Sony dragging its feet for so long to let people crossplay. That actually made it this very
that's
big
another one.
difference for me in terms of what games I was buying on what platform. Because I was sitting there, I was genuinely thinking, okay, I can't just buy Minecraft on the PlayStation because I'm not going to be able to play with my friends who have it on their Switch. So they did fuck themselves out of money, in my opinion. Waiting so long.
Oh, they absolutely did. They absolutely did. What a great time to be alive now, though. Like, just full crossplay on nearly every game that matters for it. That's really nice.
It is, yeah. I'm excited for the PlayStation 5 and the new Xbox Series X, XL, whatever the fuck they're calling it now.
Is that their next gen, or is that something different? Because I thought the Xbox
No,
thing
it's
was
next
something...
gen. They're both
It is?
next gen, and
Okay.
and the specs are pretty fucking crazy too. Like really
What
good.
are the specs?
Oh, I don't want to get into it. I don't want to bore you. Charlie.
Of course.
Yeah, it's not that he doesn't know.
How
it
dare you
just-
ask that, Charlie? What's wrong with you?
He doesn't want to bore you.
I
That's
didn't mean to ask a dumb question.
I believe the PlayStation 5 has 12 teraflops of GPU prowess, whereas the Xbox Series X has 14.
Ooh.
And both the SSDs are like incredible. Like you can load games just within a second. Like there's no loading anymore, according to Sony.
Yeah, so a lot of developers who've had early access, Sony, Xbox, the engine developers, they're all saying that more than the teraflops or whatever the fuck, the SSDs are the big deal here because we're going to be able to stream
Yeah.
That's what I've heard as well.
all the content very fast. One of the most condescending things that I've ever saw, one of the most condescending tweets rather is, so I'm sure all of you saw the Unreal Engine 5 demo that they released
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago or a week ago. And one of the replies was just the words, I'm impressed, by some game developer, and it was so condescending to just go, are ya?
These game engine engineers they've spent the last 10 years refining their craft and making this engine for them, and then it's just, I'm impressed. Yeah, it's
pleased me.
condescending.
It's like as if you're the sensei in all those karate movies where he goes, not bad. Yeah, okay, what the fuck did you make? I don't want to be condescending either and just put down their game, but just come on, that was pretty awesome. Just give them more adulation than that. Also, turns out, yeah, it is
Yeah, that
impressive.
game engine looks fucking crazy.
Yeah, it turns out that billions of dollars buys the best programmers on the planet. Those guys are doing some good work.
I mean, Epic is pretty consumer friendly. They've done a lot for
Well-
both developers and like just people playing their games.
They had a home run, man. They were good to begin with, even before Fortnite. But Fortnite was supposed to be this dumb little single player, right? But then people really
Yep.
flocked to the multiplayer, and it was this one home run that made them so much fucking money, even more so than before. And they were rich before. And now they just have so much money that they can hire the best programmers on the planet. And this is the results. It looks really good. It's fucking amazing. I'm
It is
excited.
amazing. You know what else is amazing?
Tell me.
Bespoke Post. That's because if your mailbox is anything like mine, 90% of the time it's pretty depressing. Political flyers, utility bills, unholy amounts of coupons. But once a month, I have a reason to be stoked. And that's because of the Box of Awesome from Bespoke Post. Bespoke Post sends guys only the best stuff every month. No matter what you're into, there's a box of awesome that presents to you the tools you'll need to get into it. Box of Awesome has a carefully built series of collections for every part of your life. If you want to get started with one, you can take the quiz at boxofawesome.com, and your answers will help you pick the right one for you. They release new boxes every month across tons of different categories. It's free to sign up, and you can skip a month or cancel anytime. Each box costs only $45, but has over $70 worth of gear inside. You guys might think, oh, this is little frumpy garbage that I'm never going to use. No, it's actual things for your life that you will use regularly. For example, I like to mix Pocari Sweat. It's a Japanese energy drink, and it's fucking delicious. And it turns out that one of the boxes of awesome is like a drink mixing kit, which comes with a giant jug and nice glasses for it, and just little tools if you're like a little stirrer and all this shit. Stuff that helps you mix drinks. If I wanted to mix cocktails, I could use the same stuff. But I'm lame, so I make energy drinks with it.
Well, what, in my opinion, sets it apart is unlike all the other loot boxes where you don't know what you're about to get, it's all random stuff. These guys actually send you things that you are interested in. You get to tell them, okay, I like this. Send me stuff that is related to my interests. And that's what you get. So it's not always just this crapshoot of, am I going to get a bunch of random useless crap that I'm not interested in? No, you're going to get crap that you're always interested in.
Yes, that's the big selling point for me. It's not just stuff that 90% of it you're going to throw in the trash. It's stuff that you will know that you want, or stuff that is of actual quality that you'll want. And you can get 20% off of your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and use code OFFICIAL at checkout. That's Box of Awesome, code OFFICIAL, boxofawesome.com for 20% off of your first box. I believe there's also I think I haven't opened it yet, but it's like a facial cleansing one as well, with like shampoo and stuff. It's like
I have that one.
Yeah, it's just nice stuff that you're gonna buy anyway, so why not check it out? It's nice quality stuff at a discounted price bundled together.
And less of a risk of just not getting something that you don't like. That you like, sorry.
Yeah.
Did you say you're drinking Japanese sweat?
Pocari Sweat, yeah.
Is that what it's called?
It's a Japanese energy drink, and the name means absolutely nothing. They just thought it was a cool name to market to Westerners.
So why did you think it's cool to drink sweat?
I tasted it. I really liked the flavor, and now I just drink it every so often.
Do you like sake? That's Japanese wine, right?
Yeah,
I find it
Japanese rice
revolting.
wine.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because
I could see that. It does have kind of a vinegar taste to it, a little bit.
not the
one they
taste.
like spit.
it's the lack of a bite, you know? It doesn't have any taste of alcohol to it. So it goes down too smooth almost, and it just makes me sick in a way. I don't know why.
A weird complaint.
Kind
Yeah.
of likes to feel pain when he drinks.
Not pain, but it just doesn't
Needs to
feel
be
like
reminded.
alcohol, yet you can tell it is alcohol, but it just doesn't taste right. And it's upsetting.
Andrew,
Yeah, go ahead.
is there a Japanese drink that Japanese people make by spitting rice? Is that what it is? Like, do they make it by spitting the rice or chewing the rice?
Where did you hear this?
Ew, is that what I
I saw it
drank?
in an anime.
That's sake?
I hope not.
I can't remember which fucking anime it was, but I saw it in an animated movie.
Yes, because anime is real, Jackson. Yes.
That's what it is.
Well, it was Your Name. That's it. Your Name. It was
So good. That's a great
I love
movie.
that movie.
What
It's
is
one
this
of my favorite
headline?
fucking movies.
Hang on, so this headline says, Sake used to be made with the saliva of virgins.
Yes, I was right. Fuck yeah. Take that, Andrew, you fucking nerd. Can't even get Japanese
Fuck.
facts right.
Fuck, you've poked a hole in my plot. Jesus.
Over the
I'm
years,
done for it.
various religions have had booze hang-ups, while religions like Judaism, blah, 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 blah. Okay, they're going into the history of virgins. Who cares? What is...
Oh, I like the history of virgins.
Yeah, well, wait, what's the history of virgins?
tell me about
Who
virgins.
started that?
No, it's like how religions like virgins and such. The same goes for
boring
sex and
history.
virginity. The two intertwined topics are long discussed and debated, with many traditional religions concluding the same thing. Abstaining before marriage is a good thing. I don't care. Where's the part about the sake? So it's no wonder that because of sake's spiritual significance, only virgins were trusted to chew sake rice up and get it ready for fermentation. Oh.
See? Wait, so maybe they still do it, but they've just opened the gates to anyone, not just virgins. Now
They're more
anyone can make
tolerant
sake.
now.
Isn't there
can-
like a surplus of virgins in Japan anyway?
I don't think it's
Yeah,
like a surplus of
production through the
virgins.
roof.
I think it's just a lot of people that don't want to have sex.
Yeah, they're one of the few modern nations that has a population decline because so much of the young people just don't want to fuck each other and have
Are they
babies.
depressed?
That's part of it. Part of it is in their culture they see it as too much work or too much effort, and they don't want to bother like dating and going out, so they just don't.
Okay, so it's called
I can't blame them.
It's called Kuchikami no Sake, which translates to chewing in the mouth sake, was the product of a bunch of people chewing rice grains and spitting them into a big wooden vat. There, the masticated rice sat to brew for a few days. The enzymes in saliva helped turn starch into glucose, and yeasts living in the air transformed that glucose into alcohol.